Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with some more origin scenes from the final 3 episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. I am shocked that we didn't get an arsenal of crazy campaign-related origin scenes in the last 3. We saw episode 10, 11, and 12. It ends in epic fashion with 4 dragons flying in while Sovereign Uriel is given his speech. 4 red dragons. I'm told they are 1,000-year-old legendary dragons, much more powerful than what we've already encountered in the beginning of the season. I feel like that was way back in the first 2 episodes when we were, given Vox Machina their first task. I haven't seen any origin content until now. This was posted by Arsqueef. It'll be in the descriptions below. It's when Keyleth becomes the light. The second, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure because I didn't see it yet, but I'm assuming when Keyleth becomes the light, it, to me, might be when she incinerated Briarwood, because she was super powerful bright light, incinerated a man. So, he wasn't a man, a vampire, whatever you want to call him. She killed him as a bright light. So that's what I'm thinking it is. It could be something totally different, but I'm trying to think what else could it be. I don't know. There was a couple moments where she did actually, so maybe I'm wrong. Let's just jump in. We'll see. We'll talk when we're done. You guys want to be way ahead? Full unedited episodes of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. If not, Keyleth becomes the light, the origin story from The Legend of Vox Machina.
Next up is Keyleth.
Oh,
finally.
captions.
Okay, running up the stairs.
Running up the stairs.
You're just now pressing around that corner.
Beautiful. Can I just kind of move to where I'm in a nice, pretty line with Briarwood and Cassandra, kind of over here?
Briarwood.
And
Was Cassandra?
Sunbeam! Ha!
Hey.
Yes.
I feel like it's that moment, right?
Yes.
Briarwood, Silas, but it could be Delilah.
You're our cannon.
I've been waiting.
Yeah,
Kiki the
Delilah,
Cannon.
both
Kiki the Cannon. I
him
like it.
and Cassandra, and Grog.
I need all the D8s.
And Grog.
And Grog.
All right. So, Constitution saving throw, Grog.
16.
16. What's your DC?
17.
So full damage on Grog, half damage on Cassandra. Silas is going to use one of his legendary resistances to automatically succeed the saving throw, so he takes half damage. So as you see as you rush around the corner, he sees you appear again and kind of gives you a look. As the beam of light appears, his eyes roll back in fear, and the blast just streaks out, blasting into Grog, blasting into him. However, as the beam fades, you can see his face is like burned to ash, and you can see now where the lip is gone, the teeth are exposed, and the sharp fangs is like.
I was just
That's
saying,
what I want to
and
hear.
Just, I don't know if this makes any amount of difference, but for the duration of the spell, I have a 30-foot radius sunlight glowing in my hand. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, kind of seeing that
I love
Silas
her.
is distracted, I'm gonna run up, I'm gonna put my hands on his back, and I'm gonna cast Sunbeam through him and try and hit Lady Briarwood as well.
Whoa.
There is a pillar between the two of them, so it won't go through the pillar, unfortunately.
Right. And I just hug him, and I'm
That
like,
didn't happen.
Let the sun shine in.
Let the sun shine in.
Shine in.
The sun shine
Really,
in.
you're
I knew they were
going
going there, obviously.
I'm on his back
the
trying
most
to-
Keyleth.
That didn't happen
trying
in
to
this
do
show,
like a
though.
Concentrated Sunbeam. I don't know if it's gonna help.
In the show, we just
Blasting his
focused
back,
full
and you see
energy
light
on the
burns through
blast that
his
he...
shoulder, and chunks of his flesh are actually like
There we
blowing
go,
through his
that.
armor kind of streaks open for a second. It's like, smoke is now sizzling up around him, and he kind of looks over his shoulder with this angry red gaze
And I
in
just
his
kind of
eyes.
take my nails and just kind of dig them in a little
Aw, I feel like that would have been so much more visual, but maybe not made a whole lot of sense.
Right.
Do mists have
Keyleth,
ears?
it's your turn.
Oh, Ashley Johnson's in there. Like, that's so
So I
crazy.
turn and I start
She's just floating in there.
shouting to the mist, and I say, "What's the matter, Silas? Afraid of little gnome and a druid?" And I just blast him with Sunbeam.
That was the lamest line.
Thanks, I'm not good with lines.
I don't think I don't remember that in the show. They should have used it just cause.
I heard Percy try to do lines, and I'm like, that's what badasses do.
See, like that. Do
No
that.
charisma. and a
Maybe
lot
they
of
did. I'd have to go back and look.
In this particular instance, I want to ask you, how do you want to do this?
That means shit's going down. People are dying.
Sorry, cursed gun.
There's still a semi visible form of like his body, but in a mist form, is trying to slowly escape off of the top of this structure.
Okay.
I almost
can
feel
stand right next
like
to him.
I'll talk after.
So I'm gonna use Pike and kind of use the light that I have off of Pike and kind of combine it to do.
I
like,
love.
a joint
I do this. You
Sunbeam,
guys see me. I'm like this all the time. I love it.
Holy.
She's doing it.
In bomb.
Okay. Great.
I love it.
He's gonna eat a bag of holy.
I do the same thing all the time, so that's why I
I
love
want
it.
to eat a bag of holy dicks.
I make fun.
Now explain that, please.
Eat a bag of holy dicks.
Great.
So, looking over at Pike, already ready with her mace up in the air and the mist recoiling from her, you kind of glance at each other, have that connective point, and as Pike brings up her shield, you bring back your Sunbeam and throw it towards the shield, arcing it in his direction as she ricochets the reflection of the actual sunlight back at him at the same time.
That was
That's
way
cool.
cooler than what you said.
Yeah. I knew he'd bring it through.
As it sprays across, the beams themselves seem to form nearly phallic rays,
Cross the street. Cross the street.
tearing through the mist, and with an echoing scream, you hear Silas's voice ring out as the mist is immediately dissipated and disintegrated his form.
Very cool. Yeah, see, visually I see it better. And here it is. Grog holding him back wasn't in it. Keyleth grabbed him. I'd rather Grog take the freaking blast. Now that I see it in action, it is way cooler this way. Pretty cool. Epic beam. Very cool, guys. So we see that Keyleth in the campaign walks over and sinks her claws or nails into Silas and kind of beams the light through him. I, during the explanation, was like, oh, that sounds so cool. But then when they re-showed it, how Grog held him back, it makes it a little more impactful, I feel like, because Grog is super barbarian strong, holds him back. Keyleth could focus all her energy and just blast him, as opposed to grabbing him herself and then having to also shoot a blast. It's a lot to do. It's awesome when Grog does it because you know Grog's a beast. I love that Marisha is so like physical with the way she describes things, because I do the same thing. If you guys see me, my hands are constantly moving. People call it an Italian thing. I am Italian. I'm 50% Italian. But people say like Italians do that and stuff, and they're probably right. But either way, she does it, and I appreciate it because it to me it makes it more effective. She's going nuts, and then they even make fun of her because she has bad lines, and she does have bad lines, but at least she acknowledges it. And I like that she does what I'm doing right now. I'm throwing my hands around like a crazy person. Besides that, the one thing I wanted to point out was I love how when Matt goes, how do you want to do this, because you know shit's about to go in your favors, let's say, because someone's dying when he says, how do you want to do this? That means you could focus something else on somebody else or something else, I guess. But here's my thing. This is what I was going to say during the episode, but I was like, I'll wait till the end. I feel like Matt shouldn't say, how do you want to do this? If you're legitimately in a fight or a battle, you can't not give 100% of your effort into one blow. Say you're in a fight. All right, I'm going to punch this guy 100% and knock the shit out of him. And then I do it and I'm like, oh, I didn't need to exert that much of power. I should have saved 20% to shoot to another guy. I feel like Matt telling them, how do you want to do this, gives them too much foresight on what is going to happen. I feel like they should have to decide how they distribute their power and their attacks before they know the future. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I understand this is the rules they play and this is how Dungeons and Dragons is done apparently, and I'm changing and wanting to alter the rules of something that's been going on for decades. But in my opinion, I feel like you shouldn't be able to know the future. And by Matt saying, how do you want to do this? You're knowing the future. You can't hold back 100% of force on something until you know it killed it. And after the fact, I can't say, well, I want to pull back 20% and give it to something else. I don't know. That's where my thinking's going. So you guys let me know where I'm wrong there, because I know there obviously is an explanation for it, because I feel like they'd have rules in line to protect things like that from becoming a problem. I don't know. Something doesn't make sense to me. But I love this. I love that they showed it. I love the different angles because both were awesome to me in their different ways. And I thought one was better than the other until I actually saw both go down. Somebody might think I'm wrong. Other opinions might conflict, and I like that there are comparisons to look at. So there's going to be more this week. I'm going to jump into the Q&As for 10, 11, and 12, and we're probably going to start campaign 2, guys. I'm going to start campaign 2. We're going to do the introductions to the characters. It's going to probably be out later today after this, but you guys take a look at the channel. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.